So this morning, many friends and family members, citizens, community leaders, and last but not least, members of the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office awoke to the passing of their Sheriff John Aubrey. Sheriff Aubrey passed away peacefully, surrounded by close friends and family, surrounded by love, shrouded in love. Sheriff John Aubrey was a friend to many, a family man that loved deeply his family and grandchildren. He was a mentor to many and a true professional in the law enforcement field. He served this country, retiring as a colonel in the United States Army Reserve with 32 years of service. During this time, he dedicated over 55 years of service to this community, having started his career with the Louisville Division of Police, retiring as chief. He again was called to service in 1999, being elected as sheriff, serving the citizens of this county for over 27 years in 7 terms. This past January, he made the tough decision not to seek an 8th term. During these years as sheriff, he modernized facilities, hired and trained a professional staff, and strived for excellence in all endeavors and to serve the citizens of Jefferson County. Jefferson County was the first sheriff's office to be accredited and is being reaccredited 8 continuous times since then. Sheriff Aubrey served as the president of the Kentucky Sheriff's Association and the National Sheriff's Association. Just this past January, he received the 2025 National Sheriff of the Year Award. He was a proud supporter of all organizations in the community and willing to help everyone. To name a few, such as the Kentucky Derby Festival, the Crusade for Children, and the charitable efforts with the Knights of Columbus. He was a true servant in the community, one that will be greatly missed, and a legacy he's leaving will have a lasting impact on everyone. At this time, funeral arrangements are pending. We hope to have those finalized and put out to the community soon, but tentatively we're looking at Wednesday for visitation and Thursday for the services. At this time, I'll open it up to any questions that any of you all may have.
When was the last time Sheriff Aubrey was in the office? Do you remember the last conversation you had with him?
The last conversation that I had is he was going into a medical procedure, and that he had full faith in the leaders of this office to continue on daily operations, serving the citizens. That was the last conversation.
Are you able to say, I know you mentioned the medical procedure, are you able to say had he been ill for a while, or was this kind of sudden?
It was sudden, yes. He had been all the way up through the office handling daily operations and assisting with organizations all the way up through August, and it was a very sudden procedure that needed to be done and handled accordingly.
It's rare for a police agency and the FOP to have such a good relationship with the FOP president. Just praise the sheriff. Can you talk about his leadership and why so many of the men and women of this office are grieving? Yeah,
he was a leader in the community. He hired a lot of individuals with our office as well as Louisville. Many Louisville officers have gone on to work at our agency and other agencies. So when you have that person that's such a stable figure in your career and a mentor to many, it leaves a lasting impact. He always had an open door policy. You could go in and talk to him. There was many times citizens would just show up to the office and wish to speak with him, and he did that. Just a true servant from day one in 1999.
During your mentoring, what do you remember most that he shared that you had?
Again, it would be his hands-on approach. There was no task too large or too small. There was no roadblock. He was a very flexible leader that knew there was always a way to get things done. And it didn't matter if it was Republican or Democrat or anything like that. That it was just what was the right thing, and that's what he did, the right thing.
Can you talk about this image, the three phases of his service?
Yeah, it's a lasting legacy, him and his service with this community and for this country. The uniforms there that he wore with pride, and one we can all strive to be a better person just by taking his example. It was a true leader in the community.
Can you speak to what this means for leadership for the sheriff's office right now?
We're all very well trained. We all know our jobs. We've been doing our jobs for a very long time. We do have policies and procedures in place for continuity of operations. And we have a legacy to continue on through the rest of this term to offer the services and continue those services that he wanted so much for this community. He had full faith in us, and we had full faith in him.
He also endorsed someone to replace him. Can you talk about that?
I won't at this time. I'll leave that up to the family if they choose to do that. At this time, I'd rather not get into any politics. But yeah, we'll leave that alone.
Thanks, good, thank you.